Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here just under 60 cents. And you know, I honestly thought XRP was going to perform better today with the ETH ETFs going live. And there's a lot of disappointment around that right now. But a lot of people are saying that give it a few days and you will see ETH gain momentum. And if it starts to outperform Bitcoin, that could be the beginning of alt season. Now, in yesterday's video, I talked about David Schwartz and the $1 million XRP. And I have to agree with a lot of people in the comment section. David never said that. It's the way you interpret that sentence. However, David does point out that XRP has to be at a higher price to move money from point A to point B. So say we had a $10,000 XRP. You would only need 100 XRP to move $1 million, and so on. And I think that was the point David was trying to make, that XRP cannot be at a dirt cheap price. To clarify, if we are following the 2017 run, then 100 XRP will be worth $10,000 by the end of 2024. And I posted that on X, and of course I had a lot of naysayers. I had a lot of people pointing out market cap, which I'll also talk about in this video. But that's the way I look at it right now. A lot of people are saying we're going to $300 plus. So me saying that XRP goes to $100 by the end of this year is being conservative. And 100 XRP would be worth 10K by the end of this year. I think it can happen. And I even said, for all the naysayers out there that don't think XRP can pull a 3-digit run, let's look at some ways it can happen. Brad Garlinghouse expects $5 trillion to flow into this space by the end of the year, and said that's conservative. So imagine $10 trillion ends up in this space by the end of 2024. And we know a lot of the money ends up in Bitcoin at first, but then it ends up flowing into XRP. A lot of that money will end up in XRP and other cryptocurrencies like XLM, XDC, and so on. Archax plans to bring $30 to $50 trillion in real-world assets to the XRP ledger by 2025, but that starts in 2024. Something will move that value. I wonder what it will be. XRP. And that's just one tokenization partner. I'm sure I can name a few more. Ripple versus SEC ends, and institutions begin to flood in to get ahead of the competition. Anyone that's first to RippleNet and XRP will always get the upper hand on the competition. That's why when that case ends, I think institutions are going to flood into XRP. Most of them are probably buying it up and putting it away right now. Later, it will be reflected on their balance sheet. XRP public supply seems to be shrinking rapidly. Soon, demand will be high and reflected in the price. To get to $100 XRP, the market cap needs to be $5.2 trillion. So will it happen? Nobody knows. But I would not bet against what's coming. Honestly, I think $100 by the end of the year can definitely happen based on those 4 things. But you know, a lot of people will always doubt it until it actually happens. And here's Brad saying that $5 trillion prediction was too cautious, so he expects it to be much higher. And he also said that XRP will be the next regulated Bitcoin. Once regulations come, we are going to see mass adoption happen soon after that. It's going to happen so quick. because the banks, they want to get involved with crypto. Institutions want to get involved with crypto. The only thing keeping them away from it right now is the lack of regulations. Nobody wants to come into the crypto space if it's still the wild, wild west of days gone by. And I remember when I first got into crypto, you were like the coolest guy ever if you were a crypto investor back then. You would tell your friends and they'd be like, oh man, you actually invest in that? That's crazy. People acted like it was illegal to invest in crypto at one point. But here we are today, on the verge of stablecoin regulations, on the verge of crypto regulations. And crypto is talked about more now than ever all over the mainstream media news, because it's also a major focus point for the upcoming election. I'm so sick of you low IQ people past 6 years. Here, read up on why market cap is a useless metric and get educated. So you see, here lies the problem. Market cap is about price, not value. It does not reflect the value of the company or the crypto asset you're investing in. This is a fundamental distinction that is often overlooked. Price is what you pay for a coin or token. It has nothing to do with what you actually get, aka value. It's an indication of what people are paying for something. And this is usually driven by irrational sentiment, which has little connection to an asset's real value, assuming that whatever the market is willing to charge for an asset is equal to what it's worth is a big mistake. And if you look at the utility behind XRP and you look at the price of XRP, it's not right. It doesn't even look right. XRP is way undervalued. Every single ISO cryptocurrency right now is way undervalued based on their actual value, based on all the growth around them. I remember back in 2022, I could not even think about anything but how much growth happened that year for Ripple. Hedera was another one. Non-stop growth in one of the worst years in crypto, yet none of that value was showing up in the price of XRP or HBAR. And I said at some point, this value is going to be reflected in the price. And I think that's what we will soon see. I think everything that we're seeing right now around XRP is like a held down price, like something is holding it back from showing its true price. As of July 21st, 2024, 530 million XRP is the amount that has not been sent to ODL out of the circulating supply. Ripple purchased all open market XRP with ODL sales and sent to ODL as Ripple owned XRP. See all attachments below to understand and read through all the replies. So that's how much XRP is out there. But other people say it's over 1 billion XRP as of right now. But what it shows you is that the XRP that we're out there buying up off the exchanges, it's disappearing. And at some point, there's going to be a demand for XRP. And that's going to also be reflected in the price of XRP. And it's not going to be sitting at the price it's sitting at right now. This is not the true price of XRP, in my opinion. And market cap and previous cycles really do not matter. But everybody thinks we're following 2017. I think this run-up can be actually bigger than 2017, especially if we have utility driving the price of XRP going forward. But when you put this up on X, or you talk about this on X, you will always have naysayers. You know why? They want and need previous cycles to play out every single time. But previous cycles only happen until they don't. And when they don't happen, that's when everybody gets shocked. Think about the next cycle for Bitcoin. Now, this cycle, I think Bitcoin is still going to have a massive run up. I think it's going to go over 100K. But say now, 4 years from now, Bitcoin along the way becomes less and less relevant as utility starts to drive this market. All those people gambling on previous cycles will be surprised once the next cycle gets here, because I don't think it's going to be the same ever again once utility starts driving the price of certain cryptocurrencies. The great wealth transfer and crypto. Now, everybody's talking about the great wealth transfer, and this is where the money goes from the boomers to the millennials and so on. And a lot of people are saying a lot of this money is going to end up in crypto. And I even said I really like the idea of this smoke, but honestly, I think a lot of this wealth will be lost to the Great Reset. And that may be part of the reset that they are betting on. I also believe some of this wealth will be lost to reverse mortgages, which I always thought was a dumb way for people to be taken advantage of. But there's other ways as well. Like recently, I go through the code book because my day job requires me to do that when it comes to building like residential and commercial buildings. And lately what I've been seeing showing up in those books is now carbon capture, and certain types of insulation need to be used inside of new homes, things like that. And I could see a time where they say, you got to make all these expensive upgrades due to carbon. And look what's going on in the EU right now. So the European Union wants to build a comprehensive database of the assets owned by all citizens. Now think about that. They want to know everything that everybody owns. Why do you think they want to know that? Well, most likely somehow they are going to make sure that this wealth transfers to the government. And the same thing is going to play out here in the United States. Plus, you got to factor in the death tax, inheritance tax, things like that. So the greatest wealth transfer, I think the U.S. government's going to make sure that they capture a good portion of that. Now, a lot of it will end up in crypto, I'm sure, but nobody really knows how much yet. This is $146 trillion we are talking about. And then beyond that, you got to look at the way a lot of people live today with inflation. Inflation's going to steal a good percentage of this wealth as well. But I just wanted to point that out because, everybody talks about the great wealth transfer. I think we're going to see something different for crypto holders. There's a lot of people out there that they bank on fiat. They even hide it in safes in their house and underneath mattresses. But the same people that do that, they don't believe that a digital age is here. They don't believe the fourth industrial revolution is here right now. You talk to these people about money going digital, and they try to say it's 100 years away from now, yet it's happening in real time. So a lot of those people will be reluctant to take their cash and convert it to digital money, whether it be CBDC or digital dollar, whatever it is. They will be very reluctant. And at some point, I think we will see a cashless society. Everything's heading in that direction already. So those people's wealth will be wiped out just for the lack of not converting it to digital. And that's why I always said, I think crypto holders, people who are ahead of the curve, they are going to become the new 1%. Because I know so many people that still don't believe the US dollar is losing value. I see people on a daily basis, and I talk to them about this, and they're like, the US dollar is not losing any value. It's stronger than ever before. Yet at the same time, our own government is telling you that the dollar is losing value. The BRICS are coming for the US dollar. And at the same time, we cannot stop spending. But what I'm telling you is this. If you stay in crypto, you can definitely become part of the new 1%. And I do believe that by the end of this year, we could possibly see a 3-digit XRP if everything plays out the way it looks like it's playing out. But until it happens, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.